Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Reetik and you are watching D.U COMMERCE. So you guys have messaging me on Telegram that make some video on UGC NET information, stating the eligibility criteria, mode and pattern of examination, marking scheme, and what is JRF and how we can get the benefit of JRF. So in this video, we will be covering these questions. We will be seeing what is eligibility criteria, what are the uh, marking scheme, what is the pattern of examination, what is JRF and its benefits. So without any further delay, let's get started with the video. So first of all, let us see what is the fee structure. For general, it is 1150 rupees you have to pay, and for general EWS and OBC non-creamy layer you have to pay 600, and for schedule caste and STs it is 325. So the fee structure is like this. This is the fee structure of application. Next is shifts. Usually the exam held in two shifts. First one is 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and the next one is 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So total hours is 3 hours. There is no break between paper 1 and paper 2. We'll be discussing what is the paper pattern in next slide. So duration of examination is 3 hours. There are two shifts from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and fees you have seen here. Let us cover now the mode of examination, pattern of examination. The mode of examination, as you all know, it is computer-based test. You will be going to the centers and attempting the paper on computers. So the pattern of examination is you will be having two papers. First is paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is static for all the courses. If you are giving for commerce, then also you have to attempt paper 1. If you are also giving for management, then also paper 1 is similar. So there are paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is static, paper 2 is your domain specific, your domain knowledge. Like if you are giving of commerce, 08 is the paper code. So paper 2 is of commerce and paper 1 is static. So paper 1 syllabus consists of reasoning, comprehension and maths, DI, teaching aptitude, etc. If you want syllabus video, so comment down below. I'll make a full dedicated video on the syllabus of commerce. So we have paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 2 is of 200 marks and paper 1 is of 100 marks. Paper 1 comprises of 50 questions and paper 2 comprises of 100 questions. You all will be getting 3 hours straight, no breaks in between, and there is no negative marking. We'll be discussing the marking scheme as well in next upcoming slides. So what is the medium of question paper? You can select English or Hindi. But while filling up the application form, you should be careful while selecting the medium of paper. Option of medium of question paper should be carefully chosen by the candidate while filling the application form. As I have already mentioned, candidates are required to answer in the medium as per option exercised in the application form. So that's why I am saying that be attentive while filling up the application form. Next is marking scheme. This is important. Every question carries 2 marks and there is no negative marking. So you can attempt each and every question. You can attempt 150 questions. So there is no negative marking. Each question carries 2 marks. For each correct response, candidate will get 2 marks. And if you leave the question, you will be getting 0 marks. So no marks will be given for question unanswered, unattempted. To answer a question, the candidate needs to choose one option as correct option. या तो वो गलत होगा या सही होगा. If a question is found to be incorrect or has multiple correct answers, only those candidates who have attempted the question and chosen one of the correct answers would be given the credit. So इसलिए कहते हैं कि 150 क्वेश्चन सारे के सारे आप अटेम्प्ट करो. अगर कोई भी उसके अंदर से ड्रॉप हो रहा है क्वेश्चन, तो those candidates will get the marks जिन्होंने वो अटेम्प्ट किया होगा. Since there is no negative marking, so candidate needs to choose one most nearest option as correct answer. Now let us consider what is the eligibility criteria. This is very confusing but very important. First one is अगर आपने if you have completed your master's degree with 55% marks in aggregate, so you are eligible to apply for this exam. and there is some relaxation of 5% for OBC non-creamy layer and SC/STs. First one is basic, you can read it out. Second one is candidates who are pursuing their master's degree or equivalent course, or candidates who have appeared for their qualifying master degree final year. जो लोग जो candidates final year के अंदर हैं, they can also give this exam, and as well as whose result is still awaited, or candidates whose qualifying examination has never have been delayed may also apply for this test. So जिसका रिजल्ट अवेटेड है, जिन्होंने फाइनल ईयर के एग्जाम दे दिए हैं, वो भी इस एग्जाम को दे सकते हैं. However, such candidates will be admitted provisionally and shall be considered eligible for a award of JRF or for assistant professor only after they have passed their master's degree. Such candidates must complete their master's degree or equivalent examination within 2 years from the date of net result. This is important. If you are a student of SEM 1, MCOM SEM 1, I am taking example of commerce, MCOM SEM 1, then also you can give this exam, as you have to submit your master's degree within 2 years from the date of net result. This is important, which is saying that you can also, if you are a SEM 1 student, then also you can apply for this exam. The next one is candidates belonging to the third gender category are eligible to draw the same relaxation fee. ये वही चीज है, you can read it out. Next one is the PhD degree holders. These are the eligibility criteria for elders, so you can go through it. जो हमारे लिए important था वो था the first one and second one, जो कि हमने अभी cover कर लिया. Next is instructions. This is important. The eligibility for assistant professor or JRF or junior research fellowship and assistant professor will depend on the performance of the candidate in both the papers in aggregate. So this is important. If you are choosing for assistant professor and for junior research fellowship and assistant professor, so your performance should be based on both the papers. They will make the result as per the aggregate of both the papers, paper 1 and paper 2. So both the papers are important. However, the candidates qualifying exclusively for AP will not be considered for the award of JRF. If you have not cleared the JRF cutoff, so you will be not given JRF. As simple as that. Candidates appearing in UGC NET should thoughtfully select in the application form whether they are applying for AP only or junior research fellowship and assistant professor. So there is an option. You can choose assistant professor alone, or you can choose JRF and assistant professor. So candidates who qualify the test for eligibility for assistant professor will be governed by the rules and regulation for recruitment of assistant professor as per the universities in which you are applying for assistant professor. So first instruction is clear. Second one is the candidates who qualify for the award of JRF are eligible to pursue research. So जिनका JRF clear होता है, they are eligible to pursue research from any of the institutions in India, may it be IITs or NITs. The universities, institutions, IITs and other national organizations may select the JRF awardees for full-time research work in accordance with the procedure prescribed by them. जो उनके prescribed procedures होंगे उसके behalf पर you can take admission into PhD. But वो भी कैसे, वो भी हम अभी डिस्कस करते हैं. Junior research fellowship. Candidates qualifying for the award of JRF will be eligible to receive fellowship of UGC under various schemes, subject to their finding placement in universities. Like if you have cleared JRF, for example, and next year you are taking admission into PhD, then you can avail the benefit of JRF. As JRF consists of some validation. The validity period of the offer will be 3 years. So within 3 years, you have to take admission into PhD in some recognized university, IITs or institutions, and then you can avail the benefit of JRF, basically these scholarships. However, for those candidates who have already joined PhD, the date of commencement of fellowship shall be from the date of declaration of net result or date of their joining, whichever is later. Basically, JRF validity is of 3 years. Basically. Next one is the national fellowship for these are the scholarships or fellowships which are provided to certain kind of people. You can go through it by googling it. Next is age limit. JRF, not more than 30 years as on first day of the month in which the examination is conducted. So JRF age limit is not more than 30 years. However, some relaxation is given to SC, ST and OBC non-creamy layer, PWD and third gender categories and women applicants. You can read it out. Next is assistant professor age limit and relaxation. There is no upper age limit in applying for UGC NET for assistant professor. So these are the basic details for UGC NET. If you have uh, any doubt in regard of this, you can comment it down, and you can also message me on Telegram. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. All the links are in description.